Hey, I'm at Lownes, and we are live for a special edition of Ask the Mayor at Main Beach here before the first of the 2022 Summer Concert Series. I'm very welcome to be joined by East Hampton Village Mayor Jerry Larsen. Oh, we switched spots. Jerry Larsen, Deputy Mayor Chris Minardi over here, and Bradford Belay. He's in charge of the East Hampton Village Foundation. Is that correct? Yep. And of course, my favorite guest who I've been unable to get on, Marcos
Belladron.
Thank you for coming on. It's been very tough to get you on. I've tried for months, but I finally got you on. How you guys doing?
Great. We're doing good. This is the official start of summer, and we're really excited about it. Official.
Yeah, I can tell with the shirt you're wearing.
Of course.
It's the coolest shirt I've seen a politician wear.
I don't know if you can see the beach, but it's great. There's already a big crowd coming in, and this is the first of 11 nights that we're going to do this, the last night being Tumbleweed Tuesday. And it's really all owed, this was Chris and Brad and Marcos have been major players in setting this all up. So, Brad, why don't you tell us a little bit about the lineup?
So we have 11 local bands, starting with Winston Ivy tonight. We're going to be live streaming at Tuesdays at mainbeach.com every single week. We have a great show tonight. We're going to have the national anthem by one of the stars of LTV kicking it off, and have a great show. Free parking after 5 p.m. The show is totally free, and we want to thank our sponsors, which we will do during the show tonight. Optimum is helping us live stream and has provided all of the hardware to have that happen.
Now, I do want to know, because last year, my dad was like, I got home on a random Tuesday, and he was like, I'm going up to Main Beach to listen to some music. And I was like, what is he talking about? I didn't know anything about it. How did we get, whose idea was this originally? How did we get to not only last year, but this year even bigger and better?
Well, it was actually, I don't know who came up with the original idea.
Okay.
But we sat down last year and we went through a list of sponsors and we talked with Nancy Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
I had one idea and she said that was a bad idea. And she gave me the good idea. And then we got sponsors and it just came all together. And now this year it's even better because we have more sponsors, more local bands. And again, our idea when we took office was to encourage local businesses and help local businesses. And this is exactly what's happening here because all these bands are local. Mm-hmm. And you think about all the people that come here tonight. I know I stopped, picked up beverages, and I stopped and I picked up food. But you can also eat right downstairs at Susan Seacamp's Beach Hut. So it's all about helping our local businesses. And this even went further than that. This has been building a community, bring a community back to what has been lost over the years. I remember being a kid, and Brad, you were with me.
Absolutely.
We used to work at the Sea Spray Inn over here, and every 4th of July weekend, when the fireworks right here, and we would all be here with all our city friends and all our local friends. And that kind of all went away. So we're trying to bring that feeling back. And I have great memories from those years. So it's really important, I think, to let people build memories. And last summer, and I've said this on a lot of different shows and to a lot of different people, that we get compliments after every show. Yep. I have people come up to me in tears and tell me that they've lived here for 25 years and never felt like part of the community until this event.
I have the exact same response. What's really great is that people come up and they said, I've lived here 40 years and this is the first year I feel like part of the community. And all this is about is community engagement, having good fun at the beach for free, and it's open to everyone, whether you're a visitor, whether you're a resident, whether you're a town resident, it's open to everyone. And we want to do that, and we've done that when we celebrated our centennial, where we had all of the events for centennial were free events. We had We have yoga at the beach every Saturday. I expect to see everyone out there every Saturday morning, 8:30. No parking pass required. And then afterwards, if you want, you can have a nice cup of coffee at the beach or something else and just take in this beautiful, beautiful landscape here.
Now, the main piece, today's show, I really want to focus on the beach because it's so important. I mean, people spend millions of dollars just to have a house on the beach, nevertheless be able to come to the beach. And here we're at Main Beach. Historically, it's been the best beach in the world, and we're still on the top 20, I know that. The Main Beach Pavilion has had extensive changes just over the last 3-4 years. From the new beach hut run by the Sea Camps to yoga on Saturday afternoons to so many different things. Now you can accept more than cash down at the beach hut and even selling alcoholic beverages. I don't know who would be best, but can someone kind of go through the process of how we changed over to the new beach hut run by the Sea Camps to really just advancing into the modern world here at Main Beach?
Well, I guess I'll field that question. Jerry's idea when we put our team together to even run for village board, and he called me a lot, and he put a lot of faith in me to add something that I know a lot about, which would be the beach area. I've worked at the beach, I've been a lifeguard for a long time, and I was actually extremely excited to be able to come in here and put some fresh ideas on one of the best places in the world that I think just was neglected for a long time. Like you said, you couldn't believe that your dad was going to come down here and see music. It's unheard of.
True.
So, with the executive team that we have here, it's really easy to come up with some fun ideas. And some ideas make the distance, and other ideas, might not be the greatest. But we've got a wonderful team, and I'm always coming up with ideas, and Brad and Marcos, Jared, Sandra, the whole team. We got a lot of people, even residents, come up to us and say, hey, this would be a really great idea. And we said, that is a great idea, let's do it. So, it just took some oversight to come down to the beach and tighten the screws a little bit, but in a really positive, fun way. I mean, it's more fun up here. And we've got some great people, and I'm really proud of it. And like my whole family's here, and this place is filling up quick. Everyone loves it. I mean, this is a win-win for the community.
It's family.
I think it's great.
You look around, it's just a lot of families, a lot of little kids, and everybody's having a great time. I think it's important, though, that we have to understand, and this man over here, he is the village administrator, but he's so much more. He's like the glue that keeps this place going. So
he's a super sub.
He
comes off the bench. He can play any position.
Exactly. He's behind the scenes, but so involved. And none of this would be happening if it wasn't for him.
I fully concur, and I want to say it's also the leadership of the mayor, and and where we were able to put this together at no cost to the taxpayers. So these concerts that are being put on are totally and completely funded by sponsors through the East Hampton Village Foundation. So no cost to taxpayers. The free yoga is no cost to the taxpayers. The other events that the foundation has done or things that we funded, like the security cameras down at the beach and things like that, are at no cost to taxpayers. And that this administration has actually reduced taxes, which is unheard of. And it's just amazing, and I think Jerry and all the trustees deserve a great deal of credit for that, as well as the village administrator, that without him, nothing happens.
Now, Marcos, I have to give you a chance to respond. Are you the Michael
I think they're doing a
Jordan?
great job by
Are you
themselves.
the Michael Jordan of the Main
No,
Beach
not at all.
Village?
No, not at all.
No, okay.
I see. It's sorry. Take time for panning, but no. I mean, they are the chairman, the CEO, and the CEO as well in terms of the vision of this village. I'm merely a COO, and that's really the way. Again, why I don't. I'm not as natural to come up here as you'd like, but I prefer to be in the background. I like it. It's more. I prefer to just make sure that I get what they want done, and I'm happy with that. But we're doing a lot of great stuff. Honestly, I mean, look at the turnaround of this beach. I think we've all noticed it.
It's incredible.
I mean, just revenue-wise, if you think about it, 1.2 million our first year to what is going to be 2.1 next year. And why that's important is because the proof's in the pudding. The people are coming back up here. They want to be back up here because of what, Deputy Mayor Minardi and what Mayor Larsen has been doing.
Yeah, and I know it was, and I'm going to pivot back to the East Hampton Village Foundation. I know it was really important. I don't know if it was last year, but this year the acts are getting paid.
The acts are getting
And
paid.
I find that to be very important. Not only do they get the exposure of having local attention from all the people that show up, but they're also getting paid, for their service.
We're putting it back, the money back into the community. Businesses, they're coming, getting their food, they're getting their beverages. Businesses are winning. The community is winning by seeing free concerts at the beach and free music at the beach, and the acts are getting paid.
Yeah.
So they're getting the exposure and they're getting paid, at no cost to the taxpayers.
They were paid last year too. We had sponsors
Good.
also
Yeah.
last year.
Now this is where the fun part comes, and this is where I need the creativity from you guys to come out a little. How bold could the village be with future events? Could we have pro surfing contests at Main Beach? Could we have music festival, live comedians? What's next for the village at their beaches? Not just Main Beach, maybe something else elsewhere. Have you guys put into thought some cooler ideas? Anything?
I think I've been approached by other groups that want to do what we're doing here, and I don't want to open it up to that extreme. Mm-hmm. There's a fine line that we need to walk here to allow some of this, but really to hold back a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to turn this into a commercial enterprise. We want to have just enough where the community enjoys it, and we're not taking advantage of this. If you hold something up here every night, you're going to do nothing but destroy your relationships with the residents nearby. They love it right now because it's one night, it's 2 hours, and it's over. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we have to keep focusing on. Like I said, there's a fine line between residents and business. So we're walking that fine line, but we are very mindful of our residents. So
East Hampton is a very special place, and we're just making it better, but it's still going to remain its special place. I mean, I've grown up here with Jerry for the last, we'll say, long time. We won't say how old. But, I mean, we love this beach, we love this community, and we're going to protect this community and keep it the special place it is and just make it just a little bit better.
Now, I also want the public to get an understanding of how much goes into the beach, not just in the summer, but year long. Of course, we have hurricanes, natural disasters, different storms, but we also have natural erosion that we have to deal with almost on a yearly basis. I don't know, again, who could speak best to this, but what are the type of things that the public doesn't see that needs to constantly occur, whether it be at Main Beach or other village beaches?
Well,
Okay, well, I mean, we meet daily. So the good news is that we have our finger on the pulse. If there's a storm coming, we've got a great emergency committee. I think that went into effect last year. It was very successful. And we have a full-time beach manager now who is just updating and staying on top of the whole beach environment. But, it all comes down to being able to have a really communicative board. And so on a daily basis, between me, Jerry, Marcos, Brad, the other trustees, employees, someone's up here 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. And that's what it takes.
and remember, we have 5 beaches. There's a tremendous amount of maintenance that goes into every one of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can imagine how devastating the wind and the salt water is to any building. So this building is under constant maintenance, painting. The beach has to be raked for garbage. I mean, people are great. We've got garbage receptacles, but not everybody, cleans up after themselves. And we accept that. It's not right, but we accept it and we clean up after them. So we have a beach rake that I think is out 3 times a week right now, and we have garbage cans. We're actually doing recycling, which is the first time in the history of this village that there's ever been an actual recycling program going on.
Awesome.
So there's a lot of work that goes into the beaches. And
You can tell.
Yeah,
You can tell.
and it all pays off. This is our, our gem.
Oh, I grew up at the beach every single day, and I did the junior lifeguarding program, which really leads me into my next topic. Lifeguarding is so important out here. I think you see right now nationwide, especially in landlocked places and bigger cities, there's a national lifeguard shortage.
Crisis.
Whether it be
Crisis,
at pools and lakes, at the still water level, Fortunately, most oceans don't have a shortage. They pay a little more, and it's more intensive and full-time positions in Florida and California. And out here, we do a very good job of always making sure we have lifeguards. But tell me a little bit about, I believe it's Drew Smith. He's in charge of
I'm
the
gonna turn this over
lifeguarding. But
I'm
also,
going to turn this over to Deputy Mayor
We can
Bernardi.
switch if you want.
and also, it could be Deputy Mayor's show today. But also the junior lifeguarding program, which I'm so proud of, and I know I was one of the first junior lifeguards to go to a national tournament. I think in South Carolina there was 7 of us, and now there's
Sounds like the Matt Lounge show. Right
wow,
now.
and now there's competition. Now there's competition just to be able to go. So I wasn't that good at swimming. Don't get me wrong. I was a runner event. But yeah, tell me about the lifeguards here at Main Beach.
Well, you know, one of the things that we did right from the beginning was we put together a strategy to make Main Beach in the direction that we wanted to go in, and that was to hire the best head lifeguard beach manager that we could. So we located Drew Smith. He's great, and he's done a tremendous job with recruiting and morale. And East Hampton Village does not have a lifeguard shortage. We actually have a surplus of lifeguards, and all of the surrounding districts are calling us for help.
Yeah.
So again, I just have to give Drew that credit of being able to, it's about the morale. These kids will work wherever they want to work. It's not about the money. It's not about anything other than they're going to work where they want to and where it's more fun and where they really have good structure. So he's done a great job. It's so much fun up here and at the surrounding beaches that we cover. And the junior program is amazing. I mean, Lee Bertrand runs that. And he's a great guy. Kids love him, and you know it's a really fun place to come up here on Saturday, Sunday mornings and see those kids having a blast. And they're all becoming future lifeguards.
Now,
One of the reasons, though, that we're investing back in, it's not just the money we're making, it's the money we're putting back in. You're going to see a bunch of new ATVs out there. I think 3 that I've seen today. New ATV, another new ATV donated generously by Jimmy Minardi. But we're putting a ton of money back into this beach program. So
yeah, and as I've talked to Jerry and Chris on previous shows, I think the public has some misconceptions about the ATVs and jet skis. They're vital. I've seen it myself where lifeguards have had to go in between beaches to go save someone, or whether it's on the ATV or the jet ski, and that's really incredible. To have the newest, best equipment really helps lifeguards when they need it most.
The other thing is we have training here. I
Yes.
mean, they do a great job in training. Every single lifeguard is CPR, first aid trained. You know, they learn what an AED is and how to deploy it. They learn about Narcan and other life-saving measures. And so you have the safest beach here. We have lots of guards. They're well trained. They're well equipped, and in a beautiful environment with great morale. And that's really the secret sauce.
Now, Chris, I wanted to ask a follow-up question to your point about the lifeguards. How critical do you think the junior lifeguard program is, not only for the village, but also the town at Indian Wells, to creating future lifeguards?
wait, can I answer that?
Yes, please.
I'm only going to
No,
interrupt you
please,
because
yes.
this year we're instituting our Squids program. So that's pre-juniors. So that's how much. We're actually creating a bit of a farm team in a sense. So they're all coming here. I think we've almost doubled our lifeguard program. So that's, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's right, Marcos, you're right. And it's not only creating future lifeguards. These guards might go to the town. It's really about synergy with the East End.
Yes.
We're helping waterproof, and I'll take that from John Ryan, that's his word. But I'm taking that as we're helping waterproof the East End. And if these kids go through the program, they're safer swimmers. The other day, last weekend, we had a ex-East Hampton lifeguard save someone at Wyborg's, and it was a real save. That's what we're trying to do and create the awareness of people being able to not only save themselves, but save someone else. So we got a great group here.
I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that Wyborg is going to get lifeguards, but not this summer. It's planned for next summer, right?
That's what I say, Marcos.
Because we need the bathroom.
I tell Marcos what I want. Marcos, I really want some lifeguards at Wyborg since it's a health and safety issue. And again, Marcos, you do such a good job. And all I do is come up with ideas, and then Marcos has to actually do them. So no, he gets. I mean, everyone got to thank Marcos, but Marcos, you do such a great job. And like,
I appreciate that.
I just come out with ideas and make them work hard. So, but you can let these guys answer. Jerry answer the question about lifeguards at Wyborg's. I do feel like it's very important.
So we've laid out a plan because there is some rumblings that some people don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have laid out a plan to kind of quell the concerns of some of the residents in that area. And their concern is we're going to increase traffic. And we're doing a study right now as we speak. So on every day at 11 and 2, there's a head count taken at Wyborg's Beach this summer.
Interesting.
So we'll have those numbers. And then next summer, the plan is we're going to put lifeguards on the beach, and we're going to put temporary bathrooms in at Wyborg's. And we're going to do the same head counts again at 11 and 2 or whatever I said. And then we'll have 2 years of data to see if the fears are true or they're just fears. So, and then we'll make an educated decision after that.
Yeah.
So.
And Marcos, this may be a question for you. Honestly, I don't know who, but if someone were to drown at Wyborg's during the day or in the process of drowning, how long would it take for the village police and or village lifeguards from other beaches to get there?
Well, I think that's best answered by the former chief right there in terms of the public safety aspect
Yeah.
of it.
The police response is within 2 minutes anywhere in the village.
Yes.
The problem is when the police get there, they're really not equipped
Yep.
to enter the water.
They have too much stuff on.
They're going to be more of a spotter, more of to be able to direct people when they do arrive where to go. The ocean rescue is another crucial part of this whole puzzle, and their response is good. But if it's during lifeguard hours right now, our lifeguards here at Main Beach will be to Wyborg's pretty quick.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah.
3 minutes.
Which it only takes what to drown? A minute?
Minute and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
Give or
So
take.
we're going to get there quick, but not as quick as if we had lifeguards on
Yeah.
the
But
the
that
scene.
goes to the training and the equipment because they
Right.
can get there in 3 minutes because they have the ATVs,
And the jet
because they have
skis.
the jet skis, because they are trained. And so, it goes back to training and the leadership of the administration, the village administration, and the beach.
Yeah. Well, now we have roughly 3 minutes left. We could end maybe a little early, but I want to give
We
everyone
should pan the beach.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but I want to give everyone the opportunity, starting with Marcos, to really give your last thoughts, if you have any, of not whether it's the summer concert series or the village beaches as a whole.
As a whole, about the summer concert series, I love these summer concert series. I really do. I mean, it speaks to the mayor's top goal, which is the community, making it one community again. I think for the last year and a half we've been feeling that by the events at Herrick Park, not just the beach, but here primarily. When we did this last year, this thing was it's a rocket ship. Everybody was talking about it. It's the number one event of the summer. And now this year, I mean, we had how many people tripping over themselves to be sponsors? And it's just going to get, bigger and bigger, but calmer and calmer as the, more and more PDs down here to kind of direct traffic.
Awesome. Brad?
I will say this: we have, the East Hampton Village Foundation and the administration, the mayor and all of the trustees. We have a very good working relationship, and the foundation helps the village, and we are happy to co-sponsor all of these events to have community engagement. This is just one event. I think this year alone, we'll probably have 200,000 unique visitors to all of the East Hampton beaches. We're going to have 3,000 people every single Tuesday. Come out. It's a free concert. Don't forget yoga. Yoga every Saturday morning, 8:30, and everything is free. So that's my pitch.
Yeah. So
Mayor?
this event is terrific. It's the start of the summer, but we have events in Herrick Park again. They have that wonderful car show just on Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna have another one on Labor Day weekend, and it just draws people into the center of the village. We had a great Halloween festival last year where we had thousands of children and all over the community there, and everybody's loving it. But my biggest thing is, I have to say, our village board, our new village board with our new electees that are coming in.
Yep.
Everybody is harmonious. Everybody's on the same page. I think we're just going to get even better than what we are now. And we have a great team. We have our department heads, from our highway department to our police chief, Mike Tracy, our new police chief that's coming up, Jeff Erickson, because Mike has announced his retirement. So
awesome.
Jeff is our pick for the next chief. So that's happening, and he's on the right page with us. So I just think we have a great team. We have a great elected board, and it's just going to get better and better.
And finally, Chris?
Well, listen, it doesn't get much better than this. You know, we're at Main Beach, and we've got a wonderful concert series thanks to the foundation, Brad, Marcos, and Jerry. I couldn't be happier with how this beach has turned out. And if people come down and just come down for a concert or a yoga class,
Or a cup of coffee. in the
or a cup
morning.
of coffee, you'll be pleasantly surprised on how great this place is and how much better it is. So, you know, hopefully come down, and it's very exciting. So that's all.
Thanks.
All right, I have a special thanks for Riley Rose and Scarlett Lavin behind the camera right now. They're doing a great job. Scarlett's going to crush the national anthem. Thank you so much for joining the show. I love
Thank
doing
you.
it here. We'll do it again. And that was Ask the
Thank you
Mayor.
very much.
We'll be back. Thanks for watching.